Good evening, friends. I'm Brookie Bass, and I'm here with my dad. We are in our lure workshop, and tonight we are talking about 5 things I learned about bass fishing.
5 things you've learned about bass fishing, huh?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good topic. So, you got anything in mind that you've learned?
How we,
You want me to give you some ideas?
Yeah.
How about where do you find bass mostly when you're fishing for them?
Oh, yeah, I know the place.
Where?
Somerset Lake. What?
I'm talking about on any lake. If you were looking for bass, do you cast out into open water? Do you look for certain things?
We look for trees.
Trees.
Rocks, maybe.
Rocks.
And branches, maybe.
Branches and trees are about the same thing. Oreo's trying to join us for our video. Come here, chubby kitty. Say hi, Oreo.
Meow.
But as we were saying, so we got trees, we got rocks.
Yeah. They could be hiding under rocks.
Kind of. They hide around them and behind them. What about weeds? Weed beds?
Yeah, they mostly go to the weed beds, right?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know why bass tend to hide by trees, rocks, and such?
Because they don't want to be catched by us and they want to hide.
Well, kind of, but they're not really thinking about us a whole lot until we start fishing. So, there's a couple reasons why they hang out by rocks and trees. One is that rocks and trees give off heat. So they sit by them and keep warm. But also, they hide and ambush prey. So they'll hide behind a rock. Now, a bluegill or a baitfish swims by, not knowing that bass is hiding. The bass shoots out, gobbles up the baitfish. So that's kind of where bass like to hide. Now you can also find them on so if you're looking at the lake and you're cruising down or walking the bank, where the shadow, if there's like a shadow line going across the water, they'll hide in that because maybe it's a really hot day and they're trying to cool down, or they might be hiding in that shadow so they can sneak up and eat baitfish.
Yep.
Their life revolves around baitfish.
And the most common bait you have to use is swim baits.
No, you can use all kinds of all kinds of baits.
Yeah.
Now, Dad prefers swim baits, but there's people that use all kind of baits.
Yeah, I mostly prefer swim baits because they're the most common baits for bass.
Well, actually, it depends on who you talk to. You're just used to them because Dad uses them, and that's what I've taught you to use.
Yeah.
Okay, Brookie Bass. Now we got our first thing that you've learned, which is
where to find bass.
Okay. And once you know where the bass are,
how do you catch bass?
How do you catch them? Are you pretty good at catching bass?
Yes.
Do you catch a lot of bass?
Yeah.
Do you outfish Dad sometimes?
Yeah.
It's true. See, outfishes me sometimes, and most of the time she's the first to catch a fish.
Yeah.
So, how do you catch bass?
So we take a certain rod.
Mm-hmm.
We put whatever, like something that can catch a bass on it.
Like a
crankbait or a swim bait.
Yeah. Texas rig.
Yeah.
How about spinner baits?
Yeah. We can catch bass on muesli.
All kinds of stuff. Huh?
Yeah. Can you catch bass on jigs?
Yeah. Yep. Dad's caught a few on jigs. Some people say you catch the biggest bass on jig, but some people say you catch the biggest bass on swim baits. It's all depending on the person.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that time when I caught that 3-pounder bass?
It was bigger than 3 pounds. It was close to 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Matter of fact, I'll put a picture in the video now.
Yeah.
And the viewers can see your PB.
Yeah, that way they can see all the fish I caught. And
Well, we'll put a picture of your PB on there. So, now.
We got our second thing.
Well, so if you're fishing a swim bait, how do you fish it? Do you throw it out there and yank it up and down? Do you...
No. You, just reel.
Do you just reel? That sounds super simple. Do you reel the same speed sometimes?
No, we can reel super slow, super fast, sometimes normal.
All depending on what the bass want, huh?
Yeah, if they want speedy, I'll go speedy. If they want to go slow, I'll go slow. And if they want normal, I'll just go normal. It's kind of like the same thing, but they're different, like, speeds, you know?
So how do you know what speed to reel in?
Like, depending how you do the...
Do you just experiment and then... So if you start fishing it slow and they bite it, do you keep fishing it slow?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're fishing slow and you're not getting any bites...
You want to probably go to normal and then fast.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
One time, do you want to know how Dad figured out what speed they wanted one time?
How?
I got snagged. And I was reeling slow pretty much all day. And I caught a few, but I wasn't catching a bunch. But after I got snagged, I was just hurrying up to get my lure back in so I could cast it back out. So I was reeling really fast. Well, when I started reeling really fast, bam! Bass came and hit it. So I tried it, cast it out, reeled really fast, bam! Bass came and hit it. And I caught a pile of fish after I figured out. Because sometimes it can just be simple little things that you got to change to start catching.
Like, if, let's just say I'm fishing a swim bait and I reeled slow and I got snagged. And then I reeled in super fast and then a bass hit. You would, like, keep your rod this way. That way you can hold the balance of the fish.
Mm-hmm. Well, so let's use that for our number 3. So once you hook a bass, you gotta get it.
Yeah.
You gotta get it in, right?
Yeah.
So, do you just hold your rod still and just reel like you're not doing, like, la 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 la?
No. You like to reel like...
What do you do with the rod?
You tilt it this way or this way just in case.
Side pressure, huh?
Yeah.
Side pressure.
That way you can, catch it and...
Well, there's a couple things that holding your rod sideways and putting side pressure on does. One, it keeps pressure on the hook so that it can't slip out. And 2, side pressure tires that fish out a little bit faster, so that way it's easier to get it once you get it close to you. Because if you just reel it in real quick, that fish is still going to be full of energy when you get it. And guess what it's going to do when you try to grab it?
Flop and just go away.
Flop everywhere, huh?
Yeah, like...
Splash you.
Yeah.
Knock your drink over, maybe.
Even knock your snack down, maybe.
You do take snacks fishing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes if it's a long, trip, I just bring a snack.
Mm-hmm.
Because mostly we gotta have lunch breaks.
So, when you hook a fish, Do you try to reel it in as fast as you can?
No.
What do?
You try to go a little fast, but a little normal.
Take your time, huh?
Yeah.
Because if you try to rip it in,
Yeah,
you're gonna pull the hook out, huh?
Yeah,
or it's something worse. Maybe you break your line.
Hey, if you were like this,
yeah,
then it would just pop.
Pop the hook right out.
Yeah, and then the fish will be like, I gotta tell my friends.
And we don't want that, do we?
Yeah, we just want to take our time.
Yep. Take your time. Okay.
Mostly a little fast, but a little slow at the same time.
So we got 3 things.
Yeah.
Wait 1 second. Okay. 3 things. We got where to find fish, how to catch fish, and what do you do when you hook a fish. So is there anything else that you can think of that you've learned from Bass Fishing with Dad?
Mostly learned what rod to use.
Well, yeah, there are different rods to use. What kind of rod do you use?
I mostly use a spinning rod.
Well, when we fish for trout, you use spinning rod mostly.
Yeah.
But when we fish for bass, what do you use?
I usually use a bait caster.
You can use a bait caster?
Yeah. So, how do you use different rods without spinners?
Yeah. You use different rods for different... It's like being a carpenter. You have different tools for each job, right?
Yeah.
What rod do you want to learn now?
Fly rod.
Yeah.
And a fly rod takes
practice, huh?
Yeah.
Practice and patience.
Yeah. Because if you just whoop it like this.
Like you're whooping somebody's butt?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not whooping nobody's butt. You gotta be gentle, kinda. You gotta...
you wanna do this.
Yeah, you gotta be nice, smooth.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Just say, we're pulling somebody's, like a horse, and you know how you pull the thing together.
I'll teach you how to do it. Maybe we'll videotape your practice.
Yeah.
Viewers, if you want to see Brookie Bass learn how to use a fly rod, like and leave a comment.
And subscribe if you want.
Okay, so let's move on to number 4. You need some ideas?
How do you make lures? Right where?
That's a little bit down the road. I want to get 5 simple things that you've learned about bass fishing. So,
okay. So,
how about what do bass like to eat when they're in the water?
Basically, they eat whatever comes
They're pigs.
Around them.
They're pigs, huh?
Yeah, they go behind a rock, and then whenever they see that thing,
I've seen bass die because they tried to eat too big of a fish and it got stuck in their throat.
Ooh.
But sometimes they'll eat baby birds, they'll eat mice, they'll eat frogs.
Yeah, and that's why we use those lures to catch them.
Yeah, that's what lures are. They mimic the things they naturally eat.
Yeah, just say I'm fishing with a bait caster, and I throw a mouse out, and there's a fish behind the rock. They would just squirm after it.
So, if you're fishing these things, if you're fishing lures that mimic what they naturally eat, that means that you probably need to make your lure act and look like
a fish.
Or let's say you're fishing a frog. Do you want to make your frog look like a fish?
No, you gotta make it look like a frog, right?
And
twitch it a little bit.
Twitching it, yeah. You want to twitch it to make it look like a frog swimming through water, huh?
Yeah, but you need to twitch like this.
Just little twitches, huh?
Not like this.
No, yeah, no big twitches, just little twitches.
Yeah, like.
That's how you get it to walk. So,
Like.
but sometimes you can make a frog look like a fish, because if you have a white bottom frog and you're making it walk, sometimes it looks like a dying fish up on top of the water. So sometimes you can change it up. Swim baits obviously look like
Blue gills, though.
or fish,
Yeah.
like if they're eating golden shiners. Jigs, do you have any idea what a jig might represent?
It might present like a little fish.
It could be a little bait fish, could be a crayfish,
Yeah. Or it could be like
a bug,
yeah.
because
Like-
bass eat bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they mostly eat whatever like goes in the way.
Mm-hmm.
They mostly like swim behind a rock. And then whenever they see that, they
Yum.
like, and then you want to just go like this.
Yep, we covered that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got 4 things. We got where, say it with me, where to find fish, how to catch fish, what do you do once you hook a fish, and we got
How we.
what do bass eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now a 5th thing.
5th thing. I know something.
What?
That fishing is fun.
Yeah.
It's really, really fun.
Yeah. Now let's talk about bass more than just.
So, do you have a favorite memory of fishing?
Yes. Whenever I was at this lake and we caught that almost close to 4-pounder.
That was pretty awesome. How many different types of fish have you caught?
We caught a lot.
What about you? What all have you caught?
Bass.
Largemouth bass?
Yeah, smallmouth maybe.
You have caught a smallmouth.
Carp.
I don't think you've caught a carp yet. Dad's caught some carp. How about a catfish?
I caught
Channel cat. On a...
swim bait.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, and Dad caught a carp on a swim bait.
Yeah. We use swim baits a lot, huh?
Yeah.
So you caught a largemouth bass, a smallmouth bass, a channel catfish.
We caught
bluegill.
Yeah.
Pumpkin seed.
Seeds.
You've caught.
Wait. I think
You've caught. I know there's more. Well, you caught brown trout,
Yeah.
rainbow trout,
brook trout.
What's your favorite trout?
Brook trout because it's in my name. Brooklyn.
They're pretty too, huh?
Yeah. They have like these smooth textures.
What color are their fins?
They're like white and kind of like a pinkish red.
They're like an orange and white.
And
You've caught a lot of different fish.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
pretty cool.
Dude, do you think seeing our rods?
Maybe on a different video we'll go through our tackle.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably work on wrapping this one up. We want to keep it nice and short and just give them what they want. 5 tips to catch bass, and that's where to find them,
How to catch them? What
do you do once you get one on the hook? What do bass eat? And our favorite, fishing is
fun.
Yeah. So we do a lot of fishing, me and Brooklyn Bird. She really likes to fish.
And we fished last year. That
was you fished before that, but last year was your first year using lures. And now this year is your first year using bait casters.
Yeah. Because whenever I was like 4, 3 maybe. 5.
You've caught fished before that, but last year was really when you started getting into it.
Yeah, because I would go like maybe like say in the day, or maybe in like half the day maybe, or
But now you like to fish all day, huh?
yeah. And mostly my dad likes to fish until night.
Don't be telling my secrets. So, I think we should probably cut this short so that we're not making too long of a video. We'll just make something quick that they can watch in a couple minutes, because we know people are busy, huh?
Yeah, like if their parents say they have to
You're
go.
going off on a tangent again.
Yeah.
So let's start wrapping up the video.
Yeah.
So, we want to thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
We hope that you learned something, and we hope that you go out and catch fish on your own.
Yeah. What?
The best way to go catch fish is to go out and fish. Because can you catch fish on the couch?
No.
What do you have to do?
You've gotta go out.
To the water, the lake, the rivers. Yeah.
Hey, and mostly you can catch trout and rivers, but
No.
we're not talking about that. We're talking about bass.
Yep. Because is it your favorite thing to fish for?
Mostly.
Mostly. Yeah, trout kind of made an appearance this year. But we don't want to keep wasting any more of your time. We hope that you've learned something, and we hope that you were entertained. And if you were, please
like and comment and subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.